Good morning, Mr. Charles Nduku, and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me today's interview. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to talk to you about transformation. And right now, it is a national strategic imperative in South Africa. How is SACAP driving transformation for architects? And what is your vision for transformation in line with the objectives of the national government?
Yeah, it is such a huge task for the government to achieve, and it's one of the top agendas, in our government, and also in our profession. We are looking at it quite seriously. To an extent that we have established a transformation committee to actually deal with this issue. I know it's outside our mandate, but because our mandate is to regulate the profession, but it is our concern that the profession must also transform. And also the portfolio committee of Parliament in the infrastructure has been very much concerned with the slow movement of transformation in the architectural profession. So one of our strategic, goals or approach that we've taken is to collaborate with the SIR to actually come up with a methodology to try and unpack the problem of the transformation. One, to investigate the demographics first, as we currently stand, and then on the phase one of the project. Once we have that, then the next phase will be now to actually try and see what approach should be used to actually achieve or improve the transformation in the country. Because at the moment we're talking transformation, but we need to know how big the problem is, and then how to solve it. This is what we're working towards with the CSIR.
Absolutely.
And other bodies like CBE as well, they are also part of it, but yeah, we are definitely working towards, but we want to strategically approach it than to sort of say transformation. We need to have data in place so that
exactly.
We can work from.
Excellent. Yeah. And another topic that keeps coming up is around sustainability. What does this term mean to the built sector, and how has SACAP prioritized sustainable development in South Africa?
Yeah, the sustainability is key to our existence as a profession in the country. Right at the moment, maybe you probably are aware or not aware that we are really faced with a problem as far as the sustainability is concerned, because at the moment the procurement policies that are being used by the government to procure professional services are the same procurement as procuring the goods and services, So we are lumped together, and there is no specific procurement policy which deals with the professionals in the built environment. And we are actually engaging Treasury to try and come up with procurement which will be relevant for professionals, architectural professionals, and in fact, in all the professionals in the built environment. Because the current system that we are faced with is actually one anti-transformational in terms of not allowing new entrants into the market, because you have to tender. There's no guarantee for a new job, and there is no way that you can start a new firm if you're not guaranteed a new job. To set up an architectural practice, it is so expensive. And also to tender, you spend money, you buy BEE, certificates and all of the, to tender is not a cheap exercise, very expensive. So, that system has left it to the market to dictate And then transformation needs to be a deliberate strategy to achieve, the transformation, and it can only be done and influenced by the government, and also the private sector also need to play a role to achieve this. So for the profession to be sustainable, I think we need to use procurement policies that will really make it lucrative at the moment. At the moment, it is not lucrative at all. And then we need to just look into how we procure the services of professionals and how do we respect, the fees for the professionals so that the professionals can do the job and also still make money to pay employees to also feed their families as well.
And I mean, touching on procurement again, talking about change as well. Coronavirus has hit the architecture profession hard, with up to 27% of architects facing retrenchment in the country. What measures has SACAP put in place when it comes to procurement for the built environment professionals?
The procurement, as I say, at the moment where we are, we can only influence. We propose and we deal with. There has been a very good, engagements with the CBE, with the DPWI, which is Department of Public Works, and also Department of Treasury. And there is a collaborative transformation collaborative forum that has been established to look into this particular issue of the procurement for professional services, because the current system really is not helping the situation. It's making life difficult, and actually the profession is on the downward slope at the moment because of the current procurement system. So the procurement that we are eyeing or looking at is the procurement that will encourage transformation, the procurement that will bring about health profession in terms of sustainability in the current and the new entrance into the market, and then so that at least we are able to train the graduates that have just completed university. But at the moment, it's very difficult because we're not sure when is the next job gonna come, because the system that we're using, it's a winner takes all. We all tender, and bidding is not good for the profession at all.
No. Look, on a positive note, what are some of the trends and developments SACAP has been seen in the sector, and what can we look forward to?
I think what is in the horizon, it's looking great at the moment. It's promising because the government has announced its plans to use infrastructure as central to the rejuvenation of the economy. So when you talk of infrastructure, they're talking quite a big budget to actually use the infrastructure to kickstart the economy. That for us as a profession, it's a promise, it's something that really has been outstanding, and we've been looking forward to all these years. That infrastructure is key for the growth of the economy, and for the government to realize that. I think those are the good news at the moment, to see that yes, we are feeling the pain now, we are retrenching, people are losing jobs, and companies are shrinking. But I think, after this pandemic issue, I think at least there is a green light that we might definitely find ourselves on the move again as a profession.
Excellent. And as we brace for the next few months, what is your message for the built sector, and how can you ensure professionals stay resilient?
I think my message for the sector would be to say that I think we need to show our worth whenever we give an opportunity, and I think that we need to be very proactive in making ourselves available to advise the government at the moment. I mean, it's one of our mandate. It is in our act that we need to be at the forefront to advise our government. And at the moment, I know that that is not necessarily happen. But for the profession, I think we just need to excel in what we're doing, and then I think the rest will take care of itself. And each and every opportunity that we are given, I think we need to take it and grab it with both hands, so that at least our value is seen in the society.
Absolutely. Mr. Nduku, it was a pleasure to speak with you this morning. And of course, we're looking forward to welcoming you to the African Construction Expo in 2021. And I hope that you stay safe and that you continue to look after yourself and the architecture profession.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thanks once again for allowing me to speak on behalf of the profession. Thank you very much.